didn't turn my microphone on. That would always help. Good afternoon, everybody. Another stream. Another week has gone past. I just realized my top. It doesn't like yellow on stream. Oh well, nothing I can do about it. I am not see-through, I promise. I just have a green screen behind me, and yeah, it reacts with yellow. Who knew? I thought it was just green. Oh well. Anyways, welcome again. If you're here, say hello. And what are we going to do today? So, what did I do off stream? Just say that first, see if I can update you. So, last week we finished. We started putting the fronts together for the right calf armor. So, what did I do off stream? I added the sides. Hi, Frexy! So, I added the sides. As you can see, I've used the tape to keep everything in place. So, what we'll do today is we'll go and close the back, which we have to heat it up, round it over, and what I've learned from my previous is to do the first half and then let that dry and then do the next half. So, how you doing, Frax? Now, what else did I do? I actually bought some things after last stream. We were talking about we need a skull on this one, on the left foot, of the left leg. So I had a quick look on our Polish version of eBay called Allegro. I bought some skulls. I've got, these are 10 centimeters. And these are 8 centimeters. I feel like putting them in my garden because that's, you know, just different. Good. So we'll see which size is the best for the knee today, and we'll cut them in half. Gotta lose the jaw. So we'll see how that works out, and then saves me having to make a whole freaking skull out of foam clay. So I thought that was a good one. And if we still have time left after doing all that, I need to remake this part of the chainsword with this with the magnets in them, and I hope I can dig out these magnets so that I can reuse them. But you know, because it needs to be just a tiny bit longer, and I've learned so much more now about working with foam that I can probably make it a lot nicer looking. But this is the grill for on top of the chainsword, and I have to put the magnet on the bottom one so that that can close as well. So we have to sort that all out. And ooh, go back. There you go. You go there, and that's the handle. But I don't think we'll have time to do anything about that because it still needs to go and be silver. So. But yeah, kind of all the things that we need to do today. It's absolutely freezing cold here. If you see me having goosebumps, or in Dutch it's called chicken skin. It's been snowing here, so we already had luckily it didn't snow any today. So, but we had about an inch of snow here already. So yeah. Getting cold now, so but yeah. Any other plans? Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. So I follow Rogue Hobbies on YouTube. She is Suggs that used to work for Games Workshop. She's a miniature painter, and even though I don't paint miniatures anymore, I absolutely love her. So I follow her YouTube, and I didn't do this, so this is just something that came up in my brain, because, you know, ADHD, lovely. So she talked about a new tabletop game made by people that used to work for Games Workshop, like Mike Franchini. He's one of the artists, and I was looking And while I was watching this video of the oh, and I forgot what it's called now. Trench. Damn it. Damn it. It's the artillery. You see in my brain, switch, lose. Trench Crusade. Trench Crusade. Okay, finally, brain. Thank you. It helps if you work for me. So she was talking about Trench Crusade, which is like a tabletop game like Warhammer, but set in just after World War One or after World War One, where the knights and where something happens and they opened a portal to hell. Something like I'm paraphrasing very quickly because it's like a very grim dark type horror tabletop game. And one of the images that she showed was of the artillery witch. Now I don't know about you guys, but my brain went, oh, I want to that just looked perfect for a cosplay. Of course, like I said, I have many ideas for cosplay. It is seriously one of my freaking problems. So let me save this picture and show you. And I was like, oh my god, I want to do this. So let's show you. Add a new image. It will probably add way too big because I just literally copied it from his ArtStation. I have to give it a name because I didn't in the past give it names, and then as a problem I could not know which one was which. Yeah, it's fucking massive, of course. Hang on, give me a sec. How about this for cosplay? I mean, just the idea of having to balance something in some way, this big bomb, while it looks like it's floating. I have no idea if Twitch is gonna ban me for this word. So yeah. So this is, the way that we're gonna have to figure out through plexiglass or something, or maybe even Warbler has these beads, these transparent beads that you can heat up and form into things. So we maybe make it so that it looks like something like, but yeah, that bomb is probably like 1.50 meters comparing it to the image. Yeah, falls up to the hip. But yeah, my brain went brrr. I want to make another cosplay. And it's like, you know how long you've been working on this Sisters of Battle? But yeah, my brain went, I want to do this as well. It's mostly clothing. I am not going to look forward to making the Edwardian ruffle. But it's a cape with a semicircle cape, shorter cape on top. It's like a long skirt by the looks of it, a long sleeved top, and then a sort of a armor with hip plates. And then, of course, the amazing thing of having to figure out how to do this headpiece that covers your complete face, but still being able to see through it. Oh man, I might have to hurry myself up getting this cosplay done for Sisters of Battle and then start on that one. This was a Kickstarter. They actually got they raised about $3 million, I believe, just to show you how popular it is. And instead of being as strict as Games Workshop is with the Warhammer 40k, they actually encourage people to print the miniatures themselves and stuff like that. So I need to just get. So I've seen the miniature as well, because of course, just the problem I have with this image, I don't have a back. I don't know what the back looks like. So I'm just going for the assumption, and based upon my knowledge from Sisters of Battle, what the back looks like. But the Trench Crusade is completely new, so I just can see kind of things on the back of that miniature. So I'm either hoping to look at this STL files, or maybe contact Mike Francini, who made the image that I just showed you, and say, hey, is there an image of the back, so that I can, because I know on the cape that she's wearing, there's on the back, there's all kinds of, on the miniature, there's all kinds of imagery on that as well. So I would love to see that as well. So do I have time? No, I literally have 3 hours on a Saturday to stream and make my cosplay, and I really, really, really want to do this other one. God dang it, brain. Why are you doing this to me? Anyways. Right, let's do some crafting. Here we go. Oh, that's very shiny. So let's put you there. Put my coffee safe so I'm not knocking it, and my mouse away. Here we go. Right. So, and this is the biggest problem when I'm doing things like this, because I have to completely bend it to go all the way close. So first things first, heating it up. So and I'll see. So this is, come on, camera. Hello, camera. Thank you. So that's what I kind of did with the side pieces as well. The front piece, I started bending it, warming it up, and then just curling it around. I'll have to wait till it cools down a bit. That's the nice thing of working with EVA foam. It's rigid, but you can still form it. So you can, it's already like curling more than this one. And I did the same thing with this, just curl them around. So let's warm the other side, and just bit by bit getting them closer together. Now this is the only advantage at the moment of being as cold as it is, because this cools down a lot faster than it would. I'm just wondering. Let me know if the background music is too loud, because it suddenly went up in volume for me, so it might have gone up in volume for you. But what I hear in my ear is slightly different than what you hear on stream, so... Ugh. Still not getting closer. Let's do this. This is the first, so I'm going to glue it up until there, here, and then the second part I'm doing after that, because it's easier, otherwise there's so much pressure on it. So I'm going to glue it up to the B here, that B, and that part is going to be once this is properly stuck down. I need gloves. Oh, I need to get another box suit. Can we stay like that? Oh, it's still a bit warm. Right. You move down. That's better. Here we go. See, now it's kind of cold and instead of being as round as it. I just need something to lean against. Here you go. You lean against that. Oh yeah, and a couple of pieces of tape. I know not everybody does that, but I find it helps really a lot with the keeping the seams nice and close, so that while it's, you know, if it's certain parts not fully adhered. So it helps a lot with making it nice, clean seams. I mean, compared to how my seams were, I mean they're a lot better already. So, right, let's get a piece. So up to there at the moment. Yep, stay there. That's about right. I'll let that dry for a bit. And have another sip of hot coffee, because I usually end up with it being cold by the time I finish my coffee, so. Yeah. Again, learn to put my coffee away, because it wouldn't be the first time I knock something over on my desk. It's getting there. You can see probably on the camera, like that's almost like invisible. There's still a little bit of shiny here. probably because it was a little bit thicker than the others. Just wait till that shine goes and then we can stick it together. And everybody on stream talking about music. Everybody on YouTube that watches my videos is like, there's no music. Like, no, I don't keep my VOD music because it's just annoying. I don't get, like, at the moment, it's like, it could be that something that's now not copyright limited because I use Pretzel, but there might be in the future they may decide, and then I get copyright strike on my YouTube channel. I'm like, no, I don't want that. So I think it's time. Right, here we go. Okay, let's see. This is always where the curves are. It's where it usually does not want to immediately stick. So that's when I use my tape. Put it on, close it. Here we go. So that when I put pressure on the other points, it doesn't let go. That's actually quite a good. There we go. And then I can go up to here without issue, I think. Yeah, that's all pretty straight. All right. Yeah. Yep. That's one side. There we go. Right, again we have to wait till it's... Can we go a little higher? Yeah, we might be able to get a little higher. Because as soon as I get to the most curved part, it's really hard, so I don't want to put any stress on these seams. There we go, I'll put that down. Ah! This tape is not sticking as well as it used to. It's almost at the end as well. Right, keep an eye on that. But yeah, so I have to wait till it stops being shiny, then we can stick it together. Also, I think in the new year I'm gonna rejig my my stream, see what I can do to make a little bit more interactive. So add some more sounds to the soundboard so you guys can do more than just praise the Emperor. I'm looking to maybe incorporate some funny bits because I've seen that on other people's streams, and you know, bits give a little bit of money to me. So right, let's see. See, that's pretty much not shiny anymore. Oh, that one's still a little bit shiny, so we'll keep that. Wait for that. And according to Twitch, in about 2 minutes, we're going to get another ad. Sorry, no control over that. If you're not a member, or not member, not a subscriber, then you might get the ad. You might not get the ad. It's depending on the countries, apparently. Alright, that's that. I'm going to try it. I've waited long enough. Right. I'm slowly doing this because I've learned that the better I make this seam, the less work it is. And if I press the seam straight and then put the tape on, it really dries straighter. Sort of slightly curved. There we go. Right. Okay. Right. Right, so so that's, as you can see from the side, that's the bottom part of the calf armour done. Now to do this side, it requires a lot of pressure, so I want to let these seams dry for at least an hour. So about 5:30 we'll do that. And then I get to glue this part, and then we can leave that for next week. So as you can see, I also did a little bit of work on sanding the seams, because there might be a little here and there it's not fully. Let me close the glue. I was trying to take some of this away because this glue loses its power if it starts drying out. Here we go. Take my gloves off. So I started already using my preferred method of using nail files to try and sand some of the areas down so that it's not as. But there's only a few places. Yeah, you can see there's a little bit of a raise here. Wait, no, the camera. There's a tiny bit that I'm trying to slow down, and in other places it's just removing some of the visible glue. All you do is like move your nail file and it removes the glue bit, and then it's like nice and once you put the primer layer on it, then it's fine. So yeah, this will have to dry for a bit now. As you see, we haven't cut the, so this is the other one that I've already done, so we have to cut it down a little bit, put the knee part on, but I think that's going to be mostly next week, so we'll start on this one. You can go and try and sit there. Go. Sit. There we go. Right. So, this is what we did last week. And still need to work on a little bit of the synchronicity. That's the right word? But I need to fill in some of the lines here and here. And we've got a couple of places here where as you can see, I've sort of started sanding it down a little bit. But there's one little space that needs a little bit of foam clay to fill up the hole. In general, that's pretty smooth. See there, we need a little bit, and that's all. If I put my finger over it, pretty smooth. So just here and there, just need to sit down here and go like this for ages. The back is pretty smooth as well. Still a little bit that I need to sand on, and this is the other side that is pretty on point. There's a little bit that I need to do there. But other than that, this seems pretty good. But yeah, so the knee part still needs to fill that part in. I don't need to fill in a lot of this because the skull's going to sit over it. Enough to fill in this part. So, and then on the inside, we need to start doing some work on getting this edge to like literally is sort of being this edge to go and work it so that it's that, and then we can go grab our slightly bigger sandpaper and literally go make it smooth. So you see it starts slowly, starts that will slowly then make it look like it becomes one. So that's one of the things we need to do. But now, I really what I want to do is have a look at these skulls that I have. So, we've determined, by the way that she's standing, sit, thank you, that she's holding the bolter in her left arm, the chainsword in her right arm, so that means that the left leg has and this is the left leg has the skull on it. So let's see. I'm not which one, so shall I quickly show the is that one? No, that's still. See, this is what I mean. Like, I really need to rename legs. Legs, that's the one, isn't it? Yes. Can I really need to make just a picture of the skull. But you can see the skull has quite large eyes and quite long teeth at the bottom. And this skull is a bit more human. So I'm thinking of, because this is quite, so to cut, let's see, just cut it straight through here so that we got this, and then cut away the draw, and then see what else I need to do to make it look more like that. Maybe the eyes are not as sunken in, I don't know yet, but I need to make a bigger image so that it's more clear that what we're working on. Do I have an image program on here? I don't think so. My stream PC does not have a lot. Where have I put these? Is it still here? I don't know where I saved this fucking picture. I'll have to find it. Anyways. I guess for now we can just work on seeing if it's this one that I need or if it needs to be a size smaller. This one I do like the eye sockets better. Because the eye sockets, if I compare it to that, let me show the picture again. See, it looks more with the nose and the eyes. It looks more like that skull than this skull. See, it's so, question. Oh. I wasn't going to cut them, hoping that if one of them didn't work out, I could send them home. But I guess we're cutting them. See, this is the right. Actually, no, this might be too big. I think this one is actually better, size-wise. So we'll start working with the smaller ones first. You go away. So it's also got like quite. Oh, let me remove this. Yoink. So this one has quite strong injection molding lines. But some of them actually could be used. So question, can I get through with a Stanley knife? Why is the balance of my camera off so much? I have the white balance set to automate it. Yeah, outer. Can I? That doesn't take away the brightness. See, the only thing I can set on auto is fucking white balance. Yeah, that doesn't work out. That's too blue. So that's so weird. It still looks very shiny. Anyways, let's try that again. Actually, maybe if I... Maybe that will help. That's murderous skull. Not for real. Before anybody starts reporting my stream. Oh, yep, I got through. Oh! This is weird. It's like, yeah. Some parts are thicker and some parts are thinner. That's why I could get through that temple part, but not through... Let's try and make this straight line-ish. Alright, come on. Ah! Come on. Maybe go down and see how I got any further with that. Yeah, it seems to be the top bit is really, really, really like thick. Well, we're getting there, but going a bit in the wrong direction. So need to go behind here. least if this one goes wrong, I got enough to try again. It just wants to go to that direction, and I want you to go the other direction. Come on. Come on. Ta! Half a skull. So let's see if my idea of the size is correct. Yeah, kinda. Let's have a look again. Hang on. Yeah, I mean, the spike seems to be the same size as its forehead. Yeah, I think that's about right. I think this skull is better than the other skull. I mean, yeah, we'll have to work with this one, I think. So, first things first, we have to remove the jaw as well. Sorry, mate. Right, so, you lean there. Right, sit. Do normal. Right, so it's about there. I wonder if I could cut this. Kinda. Yeah. Not fully. So where these lines are, it's a bit thicker, so it's a bit harder to cut through. And you know, in principle, anything that's I can build it up with foam clay. Ah. Are we starting to look a bit more like that one? Kinda. No, yeah. Oh, that's starting to look like it a bit. So where did I cut it down here? Maybe I should be wearing some protection for my eyes. And then the chin needs to go off. That sounds so wrong. Yep, I should really wear something to protect my eyes. Ha! Right, I do think this looks pretty good. Needs a bit more of the jawline. That looks starting to look. I will have to make a picture that is just showing the skull. But I think that's pretty good. It needs a bit of sanding and working, but yeah, you can see here how it's a lot thicker on top. Oh, come on, cut off. There we go. It's got a bit of this injection mold lining that needs to be removed. So you can see the lines where the injection mold runs. Take it off without taking much of the Can I get these gone? Oh yeah, there we go. Especially there, they're like, you can see the strong lines that go around. Can I use? It's like when you get miniatures and you have these bits and pieces that are hanging around. You're like, eh. Okay. This is like, yeah, it's still there. Right, so if we can get these to go. I might require a bit more sanding. Little bit here. down. It's just going to require some elbow grease. But I do think that is pretty much the kind of skull that I'm going to need, and I do think that looks... Maybe the teeth need to be a little bit longer? Or maybe they need to be like one set of teeth instead of like... So fill in this part and then just make them all long? Or maybe shorter? Something needs to be done with the teeth. The teeth at the moment look... On that one it looks like just the upper teeth. I mean, who knows with the Xenos, you know? But let's see. Okay. Now. No, I'm putting it on there now that it's cut down. It's too small. Boo! It is definitely too small. Boo! But I do think the look of this skull is better than the other skull. Let's have a look at the other skull. God damn it. Oh. All this work. So yeah, I mean, still, like, this is like a proper fake skull, and this is like more like scary skull. And I still think this one might not be big enough either. If that skull looks wide, I mean... That skull looks wider. Because it looks like it's from here to there. Ooh. Why? Alright, let's try the other skull. I'm not gonna like it, but at least it's gonna give me an idea for the size, and maybe I can use that as a kind of a mold for the foam clay. Alright, murder the second skull. Well, this is thicker material, that's for sure. Ah! I almost need like a little saw. Let's try and find a thin piece to get in. Oh, there we go. God, this is hard. Damn it. Also, a warning for everybody that's watching that's not a subscriber. That we're already streaming it for an hour, so there's going to be another ad. If you get one, I'm sorry. If you don't get one, you're lucky. Ah. Oh, Jesus Christ. Did I just snap off part of my... I think so. Now we're rattle. Right, come on. It's going slowly. Ah. Right, slowly getting through. Ah! Oh, that went through like suddenly, like, yeah, I cut one of the points off the... Right, can I go through? It seems to be the head is the thicker plastic. I thought when using the seam line would help cutting through, but doesn't seem to be. Oh, can I just not? Nope. So yeah, I broke one of the pieces of my knife off. God damn it, come on. Why is it suddenly... Come on. See, I was right though, that where the seam is, it's thinner because I can see through it. Maybe almost. Oh. Yeah. Gotcha. Oh, that was so much work. So again, putting it on. Height-wise, it's fine, but the width-wise, it's not. I'm wondering if I can just use this one and then just... Because the teeth look right. It's just the rest looks bigger. Huh. Since I'm gonna wonder if I can draw it out. So there's a spike here. The only thing I can think of, again, this is the problem with drawn over versus real life. you see that on stream? It's a bit shiny, isn't it? Let's try. I think that side's the better color, better drawn side than that side. Right, that, isn't it? Then it's got a spike here. There. Like that? No, it's more. One's more. So I'm drawing while looking at my screen, which is quite different. Right, let's look at this side. That right? The only thing I can think of is to cut more of the sides off so it's lower. And just pad it, because even though I think that one, I should take off the jaw. Right, come on, get off. Here we go. Right. Sorry, Mr. Jaw. You're going to lose it. Right. There we go. Clean that up later. So, right. So size lengthwise, that's, yeah. But I still don't like it as much as I do this one. Only thing I can think of is just to use some clay foam and pad it out. It needs to be less because it's sticking out a lot as well. So. Right, let's cut it down. There you go. Cut it down a little bit more. Yeah, so I wonder if I can smush this. Go flatter. It doesn't look like it's sticking out as much as. Decisions. So this sticks out a lot, and if I can just take the teeth off otherwise. Or I have an idea. I have an idea! Yay! Let's cut off some of your cheekbones. Yeah. Got it. So, made it even more flatter. Still sticks out quite a bit. Oh, how it's feeling. That one's fine. Not much left over of this skull. I think that is getting there. Still sticks out too much, but we can work with that. I'm also thinking at the moment I could cut the teeth off and then just do the teeth with the foam clay, and then use foam clay to pad up the rest to make it look a bit bigger, cause wider. It's too bad I don't have a picture of the side, but I still do like that. This is probably the best one. Yeah. I mean, if you look at this skull, it just doesn't look right. It, size-wise, yeah. But looks-wise, this one is better. Just looks more like the eyes and nose. I wonder if hang on, let's try something. I wonder if I can flatten it when I heat it up. I mean, it's still plastic. No, it just deforms. Oh, I could just flatten the mouth a little. Sorry. Drop my heat gun on the floor. Yeah, that worked. Hang on a second. Can't do the skull much more. That's not as curved anymore. Oh, I think that sorted some of the issues. I think I'm going to work with this skull. Next week I will have a more close-up picture of the skull. Because I think that's actually... So, I will have to... I don't think I have to go this far. Or maybe... Because it looks more oval than it looks long. I know, I've got so many lines on there now, I don't think it's got... I do think that works. Now the only thing is, this sticks out, you can see it if I put it on the side, it sticks out a lot. So I might cut off the teeth and actually redo that just with foam. But I also think it needs to be a little less long. And quite skinny. Like that. So many lines now. Yeah, I think that's gonna work. Yeah. Because I still have to... Yeah, that... See, I mean, if you look at this... Oh, where did I put it before? Come on. It looked almost flush with the knee. Yeah, so I think that's going to be the plan, is to use this skull. I'm going to get a closer up picture because at the moment I can't see close up enough how to do the rest. But I think that looks... Either taken off the teeth completely and then redo them in foam clay, but I will have to glue this on and then fill up any of the holes so it's becoming one and then make the spikes. Oh, the spikes look like they're mating here. No, they don't. But I think that's going to be the solution. Right, well, at least one of the skulls worked. Luckily, they didn't cost me a lot of money, so... I'll have to remind myself to clean up some of the plastic around here. But yeah, that one's a go, that one's not a go. Look at the craniums. I've got random craniums lying around. Oh. I don't know what's going on with my neighbours, but there's a lot of noise next door. Yeah. Random pieces of cranium lying around. Right, let's put that back. Clean up some of this mess. Okay. Bits of jaw. Bits of... But yeah. Anybody want a cranium? But yeah, that's definitely the one I need. But now that I know about where this is going to be, I know where I have to fill up the gaps. Because underneath it, I don't have to fill this, because it's going to go over it. Don't have to worry about it. It's great. But I do have to some of this. So there's some glue residue, and to be able to paint over it, I need to go in. Hey JR! Afternoon! How are you? Damn it! Why does this glue not want to go off? Light, will you stop flashing? That's really annoying. And then you do it again. Stop it. Aww. Good, are you feeling better? I mean, I woke up with a banger of a headache. Luckily, it disappeared by the time I had to... So when I was in the UK, I kind of stocked up on anything extra. So every time I went to a supermarket, I bought a pack. And then Fraxi or 100 bought another one. So I have a little bit of collection now. So we don't have anything extra here. Let's get in there now. So, I don't know if you saw, if you just came in, but we've been playing around with the skulls. So, I bought some skulls, and slightly larger ones. And we played around, so these are the two skulls. Now, size-wise... Yeah, it's you know, when you because at the moment, because it's still dark in the morning, I wake up and I'm like, oh yeah, get up in a minute, and then I fall asleep again, and then actually I wake up worse. So size wise, this skull is the right size, but I'm not a fan of the look of this skull. This skull is pretty much, I'll show you the close up again for the legs. Here's legs. So this is the skull for the knee, and it's not the right size, but I think we can work with it. So I think that might have to make it a little bit bigger with a bit of foam clay. But I need to probably either take off the teeth, because if you can see, the teeth stick out a bit. So we might have to just do some more operation on him. But I think that's pretty much the skull that we're going to be using. So I do think that looks pretty much right. And you got the spikes that go off here. So we just have to work on the seams a little bit. So I was just saying that, like, got a bunch of craniums lying around now. Ooh. So yeah, that's the one that I'm going to be using. But I want to get a close-up, a better close-up of just the knee, so we can put that up there while we're working on it. So, and then we can glue it on and start working on it. I don't think it'll. I'm just going to use some foam clay because this still needs to, like. If you look on the side panel, there's some gaps that needs to be filled up. And that's why I'm thinking actually taking the teeth off and actually making the teeth from foam clay. So we would just, you know, it needs to be filled up anyway. It's not gonna, otherwise it sticks out a bit. And then we have to make the spikes to go out of his head. Again, this is a thing of things that are drawn that are difficult to do in real life. Because, you know, there's limitations to what you can do. If I had a 3D printer, I would have taken an I would have made a 3D model of the knee, and, you know, printed one out. Well, I don't. Although I wish I had the money or the space at the moment, because there's a massive amount. It's Black Friday, of course. It's the discounts at the moment on 3D resin printers is massive, but I don't have the space at the moment. I need to get rid of some more fabric before I do that. But yeah, so this is what we're... so next week we're going to continue working on that. Nope. So one of the things, now that it's been an hour, I need to put those skulls away. I think I'm gonna put the rest of the skulls in my garden somewhere when I finish the garden in the spring. I think that's gonna be fun. So yeah, so keep that skull. I heard something, but I don't know what. So one of the things we did in the beginning when you weren't here. Oh jeez. Then none of these tapes stick. Yeah. So we started taping down and gluing down the damn it. Started gluing down the right leg. So this has been drying now for about an hour. So now I'm going to glue this part, which is quite hard to get really nice. So, and then that can dry until next week. And then we can do the knee on this leg. But you can see that I put the sides on already. Right, let's put it the other way around. Use the isopropyl alcohol as a little stool. Just a warning for those of you who are not a subscriber, you might get an ad. Because I can see people lurking. Or you might not get an ad. I don't know. It's Twitch that decides that. So, yeah. Oh, fuck. Would help to put some gloves on. But it's a nice feeling to finally be a bit, you know, happier with what I've been doing, so... other side. Right, let that dry for a little bit, and I can use a piece of plastic to scoop down some of this glue. Great. I know for this one I'm definitely going to need some tape, and if this tape doesn't stick anymore I need to throw it away. There we go. Alright, like I said, have to wait for it to stop shiny, so it's still a little bit. Getting there though. Might have some time then to start working and do some bits and pieces on the chainsword. Because this will need to start, you know, drying at least another hour again. So, oh, so cold. But yeah. Oh, JR, have you heard of, damn it, Trench Crusade? Is that what it was called? Yeah, Trench Crusade. Okay, so Trench Crusade is something that was on a Kickstarter and is created by a couple of ex-Games Workshop people. Its principle, it's a miniature tabletop game. It's a little bit more dark than Warhammer, and a bit more religious based. It's based upon something happening during World War One, and they're opening the gates of hell, or something like that. And I was watching Rogue Hobbies, you know, Suggs from Games Workshop, who does the miniature painting, and they showed an image that I'm like, I might want to do that as well as a cosplay. It is, oh, it's not on this this box, so let me add it again. This one, and it's big again, for God's sakes. So while we're waiting, look at this. This is so... This looks so cool. Although, how I'm going to hold an floaty bomb on my arm, and how I'm going to do the face with the full face mask while still being able to see. But I just love that so much. It's called the Artillery Witch. And I'm like, yeah? It's not that difficult either. It's a massive skirt, a cape with a capelet. Although the Edwardian ruffle is going to be a fucking nightmare. With a what looks like a chest plate armor with hip armor, so that's just foam. But yeah, we're gonna make this holding this bomb up. The bomb is like this hip height on her, from the calculation that I did. but you know, foam is really light. So I mean, this is really light. But yeah, I exactly. I was like, I already have so many cosplay ideas, and still, you know, the time I've taken to do this cosplay. But yeah, I was like, that's super cool. So yeah, right, we're ready to close this up. So yeah, I absolutely love the aesthetic on that. I mean, what we need, grey fabric, charcoal type fabric. To get the skirt to look that way, it probably needs a bit of sort of a petticoat type idea. Or multiple layers. Which is not a problem. Anything sewing is not a problem. But I need a better... I need a better image of the back. Because I've seen the miniature that's of this character. And of course the back cape has all kinds of details. So I wonder if there's some sort of if there is any artwork of the back, because it's the same problem I have with this image. I don't know what the back looks like. Now, luckily, Sisters of Battle is well documented, but this is a new game, so there is not a lot of things out there. So yeah. So I'm also in the meantime concentrating on trying to get this done. Because I also still want to do Ship Mrs. Brahms. Because that wig is going to be amazing to do. But yeah, I really... Oh, the great thing as well is like, from my Hebe's Asylum YouTube, I put a comment underneath Rogue Hobby's video of, fine, I guess this cosplay needs to happen. I just wonder hope Twitch's not gonna ban me when I start talking about floating bombs. And she liked it, and I was like, oh, I got a like from her. So yeah. So yeah, that was. Somebody says, "Oh, there's blow up. You can do something with blow up." And it's like, yeah. But it's not going to look the way that looks, so I need to make something myself. And there's still someone disliking my videos on my YouTube. It's like, why do people take the time to dislike videos on YouTube? It's like, just don't watch them. Right. That's stuck together, so that can dry now. I don't think she has any skulls in her imagery. But I mean, I can always make a servo skull. I can make some nice servo skulls. You know, give him some electronics. That's always a possibility. Get some LEDs and a little battery. That shouldn't be a massive problem. Yeah, could give him like a little eye or 2 eye thingies. Cause where's the other one? I'll put it back there. Because these, I don't like the eyes on them. But if I give them 2 little things, like eyeglasses, and put some LEDs behind it, I make some wires. So yeah, I'll definitely make some server skulls out of these. Poke their eyes out. Yeah, that's definitely a... If I ever get to a stream where I'm like, I fuck knows what I'm going to do. Although at the moment I have a feeling like I'm going to be busy enough. But yeah. But right, so this has to dry now. What can we do? Let's work on some of the chainsword parts. Like, right, so I mean, just to give you an idea now as well, this is the old one and the new one together. That's such a difference. The old one can go back here. I can start. You sit there. You go stand next to it. Right, so chainsword. There's still some stuff that I need to do to make this fit properly in there, and as this is still looking a bit rough, I need to start making some work on that. But that literally, that needs to happen. But yeah, like I said, I need to have two. This is the project that we tested. Like in here, there's a little washer, and here's the other magnet. But I was worried that, so when I did the first time, is it pulled it out. But now I know that this works, and this one doesn't. Did I just... the other magnet just came out. Right, I'll have to fix that. Right, okay, right. I guess I'll have to do some fixing anyway. So, for another hour. I wonder if I... Oh, that one's fine, so I don't know. Oh yeah, that's because I accidentally turned them. So this one, I need to make sure that... So this one works that way. But this one is the wrong way around, so I need to... That one stuck out a little bit, so probably reason why it got pulled out. But that's okay. We will sort them out. But what I want to do... just quickly doing a big cleanup of this magnet. Because I need to put it back in. There we go. Right, put you there. So one of the things is, what I realised, is that when I put this down here, on its right space, when I turn it around, oh, it actually does. So I need to have a magnet there and a magnet there. No, I can glue it down here. I only have to be able to hold this up. Or if I just make it easy for myself. Right, let me move this up because it's easier when that's not on. Can I lift this up enough to get to the battery? That's the question. If this was stuck on. I'm still going to make it. I'm wondering if I should just make the flap on the other side like that and just have it be able to put it on and put it off again. That's a good question. But then where? Because the problem is it's hollow underneath. So like it's got the coil, so it's not close to anything. Unless it's like making a... Make it there. Well, I'm gonna... There's gonna be a magnet there as well. There needs to be a magnet there as well, so that would reduce the tension. To have 3 magnets, so 1, 2, 3. I think that would help. Just wish this looked a lot more like this than that. So I need to work on that so that when it closes, it looks seamless. That's one of the reasons why I want to redo this one. And that's why I'm wondering, like, this is just tiny. The reason why it's tight is because I feel like it needs to be like a tiny bit, like a half a centimeter longer, so it's not as tense here. And this is one of the reasons I'm thinking about actually do I have the batteries in here? That's the wrong drawer. No, it's in my other kit. Yeah, it's on the other side. Okay. So one of the things I'm thinking actually is I have to cut this off. So if I make it a little bit longer, there's going to be less stress because it's actually got pushed up here. But there's going to be a magnet there as well. So there's going to be a magnet there to keep that point down, a magnet here to put that point down, and a magnet there to put this down. So there's going to be 3 points. But here, I was planning on actually gluing it. Because here, I actually only have to lift off this. And then have a magnet. The problem is the magnet here is going to be there and then there. Oh, decisions. I'm wondering though if these super tiny ones would work on this little flap here. Because they're really strong. They're tiny. Like literally tiny. Like, tiny, tiny. But they're really strong. Why did I stick this part down? Because it's going to be really hard for me to put something there. This is what I'm thinking about, like, redoing that part. But yeah, these tiny, tiny ones. Because this is 3. But they're nice and thick. To put them on this side. Oh, good question. Where's... Yeah. Where the fuck are my glasses? Oh, duh. Four by... Yeah, 4mm diameter and 2mm thick. And I think the other ones... ten by... 3. These are 10 by 3. Or are they others? Are they also 3? I think they might be 3. No, 2. So, yeah, 10 by 2. These are 4 by 2. These are 10 by 2. But now I need to still be able to... So I'm wondering if... So if I make it a little bit longer, I can glue these down. But I'm not happy how this... I'm worried that if I do this too much, that this piece of foam is going to break. So I'm thinking about making a new one and gluing it to here so that it all just closes. But it needs to be a little bit longer to actually comfortably glue on. So that's the... Because I don't know if you can see it, but this is just me being a perfectionist and being nitpicking. This goes down normally. There's like a little ledge here that's visible. And here it doesn't close down properly. It should have been. I glued it probably down problematically. It should be like here. This is where it's actually properly fitting around. So I'm thinking, because this moving this up and down, I think it's going to be problematic. So I'm thinking of like cutting it through here, gluing it on there, and then have that with all the magnets and just fit on properly. But it needs to be a tiny bit longer, so it's... It's not going to glue to this. This needs to be a tiny bit longer. I need to cut, yeah. So there's a couple of things I want to do on this. Yeah. But now I need to clean that up so I can put that back in. because this one fits quite perfectly here. Oh, hang on. That's... Yeah, because this needs to go different as well. Right, okay, that's the decision that I've made. I'm going to now make that one a little bit bigger. Sorry about that. Oh, go in there. So, there are a couple of things that are really ugly on the inside here, and sometimes I want like, I want to redo this, and I'm like, no, can't redo it. Because I learned so much more now since I've started working on this, and maybe I can make this a bit more, in a way, at the moment the thing I worry about is, so this is the battery. Now I don't know, I've not tested whether this gets really warm, because this fits literally slots underneath here, and that's sometimes a worry, and this is really difficult to like maneuver to get into where the area is. So am I talking myself into redoing the base? Yeah, kinda, to make it in a way so this is more accessible, and then just literally have a proper lid to go on. Yeah, it's very snug, but even the problem is getting this, the soundboard is this long, so it fits, it needs to go underneath here, and putting it in. So to redesign this, am I gonna make myself more work? Yeah, probably. That's typical of myself. But then again, this is the second thing I ever made after I made the bolt pistol. So but it's always annoyed me that it's not easy to get the soundboard in or out, and I need to be able to easily get to it to recharge it. So let's have a think. So this piece of wood goes all the way through to the end, so that holds the steadiness of it. I know some people use PVC pipe, but I thought a piece of wood is just as easy because it's a lot slimmer. So in principle, from there onwards, it's fine. So let's think. Because also, if you look at, it's fell down. That's the way the handle fits here is not nice either. So Very rough schedule. But in principle, this is the top. I know the dimensions now, so that I'm quite easy with that. So in principle, what I think I need to do is just have, because this is 1, 2, I think it's 4. 1, 2, 3, yeah. So this is 4 layers, 10mm. So to have the bottom part, then just to have a wall, and then another 10mm. So that's chamber is completely empty. So here, and have this as a lid that you can just lift up. So that have this area completely empty. Because one of the things I don't want to do is permanently put the soundboard in. I need to have the soundboard in a way that I can take it out in case it breaks down and I need to replace it. I don't want to glue it inside the machine. And the same is with the battery. I need to be able to easily take the battery in and out and either, get another one. Or I can finally get a different battery, different shaped battery. But I still have to have there needs to be the speaker sections there on both sides. So there needs to be a hole here and a hole here. And then this is where the thinner layer goes on. So how am I going to do that with this? But if it's fully open, I can easily reach the speakers on the other side, so I don't have to have the whole this open. So this can be completely closed. Because if I can easily reach, because at the moment I can't easily reach the other speaker. So if I can make it so that this area, so I can reach the speaker from both sides very easily, then I can close one side completely, cover it, and then only have it so that this opens as a full square up. So yeah, I think I am a terrible person for doing this. That's me saying, oh, I'm going to finish this chainsaw. No, I'm not, because I decided that I'm going to freaking redo it, aren't I? But then it actually, I think... Have we got a chainsaw close-up? I think we got a chainsaw close-up somewhere. Yeah, here we go. So yeah. I think something like that I need to, because you can see there as well, there's some other greeblies in this area here. Is it here? Yeah. Oh no, it's underneath, so it's here. So, and I also think this is quite long compared to what that is. So this area should be like here. I think it needs to be shorter. And this part needs to be bigger. Because that needs to, this bit needs to be like here. So like, so I think this, so I think so this part needs to be bigger. And then have the hole start here. So yeah, I need to redo some stuff. And I also can finally add that little screw bit on top. But I think, yeah, so re-looking at it, I think it needs to be higher up. And it also feels like her chainsaw is smaller than the one I have. See where my hand is and how big this part is compared to my hand. Of course, there's going to be a glove on it, but even if I... This finger, it's shorter. So I feel like this is... Right, see, this is my problem. I need to really not do this. Every fucking time. I go and like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fix this. And then I look at it and go like, actually I should redo it. Is there anything I've not redone yet? No. Every freaking thing I've made, I've had to remake. Oh, my brain. Why am I doing this to myself? So it's not even used to redo this until I redo the base again. So what I have to do is... No, that's not it. I've been being annoyed with the way this part looks for a while, but I'm like, having to redo it, cost, because, redoing all the foam, time, because redoing everything. But I know myself too well to know that I will, every time I look at this, I'm annoyed at it, because you can see how the lines here are not great. I mean, even like parts of here, I mean, it's covered up now because I've put a layer of plastic dip on it, but also this part where you can see it's not fitting right here where it should be, but it fits there. I know it's like millimeters work, but it annoys me. If you look at how badly this is done, and so it's not your mentioning of the magnets, it's me looking at this, and every time I look at this, being annoyed at how it looks, and also about how, because I completely forgot about doing the soundboard. So this was actually almost done when I realized, shit, I need to put the sound card in. So how am I going to put the soundboard in? And that's when I kind of had to do it this way. I cut all these holes as an afterthought, and especially the holes for the speakers are terribly ugly. So me wanting to redo it is not just that, but I wanted to be better functional, and to have this area in a better way, because the reason why I haven't done it yet, why I haven't finished the soundboard, is because every time I look at this going, it's going to be a pain trying to fit that and have it functional. So for me to have a think about this and go, right, I need to... Actually, this is the second redone already, because I completely forgot about this hole. I actually made a complete base. I have it lying on my shelf over there. It was completely done, and there was no hole. So this is my second time doing this, then making the hole. But again, I don't think I thought about it properly, like how am I going to do it? So for me now to think, right, I need to do it in a way that is literally just an empty space. So not even have this bit here, but literally have a whole cavity here where it's just one layer, no layers, then one layer. So that I have more space to actually work, and I'll be able to make something for the speakers, so I can literally put the speakers in my head. I've already been spinning, like make two circular things like this, have a speaker sit into it, and have that put in, so that it's not like it's got more space around it for the sound to go out. So it's been like little things that I'm thinking about that are like, all right, I need to do that better. So it's a part of me going, I really hate how it looks, and the reason why I've never really finished it properly is because every time I look at this I hate it. So that's why. But making a sandwich like this, where I have like a proper space to put stuff in, instead of this trying to squeak things in here, and then have just be able to lift off this part. It will have to so I can glue this on, but it lifts off completely with this square, because that will look so much better, because it doesn't have then this ugly line. It will have just one line, and then I can redo this one as well, because I can see now in the image that this is not as long. This is the end where the circle should finish, and this should be bigger, this area. And then I can do all the greeblies that are on there as well. No, you cannot post that. I like this new thing of Twitch. When it detects something that could potentially be spam, they actually ask me, do you allow this message to happen? And I can go, no, because I don't want followers. No, I want followers. Don't get me wrong. The 190 people that follow me, I absolutely love you all. And the 51 subscribers I've got on YouTube. However, I don't need to buy followers. That's so fucking stupid. Right. With all this, and looking at the time, I might finish the stream a little bit shorter than I normally do. I need to write down the things I need. I need to buy another piece of wood. Or, yeah. Because then I can also make this go in further to here, so I'm a little bit less worried about losing this. I need to check if I got enough metals. Metals? Magnets. The smaller ones and the bigger ones. What else? Check foam. Check how much I've got. So I did buy another roll, thinking about the fact that I have to do the shoulders and the neck and the backpack. So I've got some more 10mm foam. So these are the things I need to do. And I also have a different piece of that that's slightly a bit bigger that I know might fit nicer. So it's actually a half circle instead of like a semicircle. So, but yeah, I'm going to redo this, and at least I have something done. The thigh armor is done, and then the calf armor is getting there. So next week what we're going to do, so next week we're going to do the skull, got the skull installed on the knee, and starting to use the foam clay to go and make the rest to stick the little sticks that go out. So we're going to work on this. Whether he's going to lose his teeth or not, I don't know. I think he's going to lose his teeth because they stick out a bit too much. So to make it a little bit bigger, and make it integrated into the knee. And we need to, I'll probably do this off screen because it's sometimes nice and quiet to sit down and just sand and fill this in without being on stream and having to talk. So, but yeah, so that's one of the things we're going to do next week. We sit. We should be. This should be dry, so we can put the knee on, the knee part and the flange bit. How is this doing? Now that the back is done. No, not bad. Yeah, it needs a bit of sanding, but doesn't. Compared to the old ones, it's so much better. The seams are so much better. Yeah, best decision I ever did to get out the nail files. So we get all these seams nice. But yeah, that looks so much better. I mean, to look at the seams on the other one. I mean, they don't look bad in the camera, but they're pretty bad. I tried to get them right, and it is. So that's what we'll do next week, and I think that will be more than enough. But in the meantime, I will start on getting the bits and pieces to restart the chainsword and start having a bit of an idea how I'm going to do it. Stay there. Thank you. I think next week is also payday, so I can actually buy some things. But yeah, I need a new stick. Check how much. Oh, I've got enough 10mm foam. I need to check the magnets. And we can start making a plan on how we're going to go forward and do this. So, but I think that's kind of what we have to do. I mean, it sounds terrible that I'm redoing another thing. But I'm only learning from this. So. And I like things to be a little bit. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I do want to have it in a way that if I ever decide to enter a cosplay competition, like if I want to go to PeerCon or if I want to go to Warhammer Fest, and I want to enter it into a competition, that it's at a good enough standard that people are not going to look at that and go, "What kind of line is that?" you know? Because I also think if I'm going to redo this, I can be better in how I'm attaching the magnets and have the magnets properly sit in and have them covered without like sticking out like the foam does here. To have them actually fully flush inside. So yeah, there's lots of things that I wanna do. And my brain's going at the moment, and that's why I'm slightly thinking and quiet and going. My brain go, oh, idea this, idea that. How am I going to do this? Because I'm actually thinking at the moment, how am I going to sandwich the magnets in a way that, you know, will be alright. Like if I use 10mm foam, I'm thinking if I can make a square sandwich. So if I use, no, I need to use then, I don't have 9mm foam. So yeah, there's like in my head, I'm like, how am I going to put in the magnets, like these magnets, in a way that they're less visible but still there, so that when I open it, it's not like, hi, magnet. And that in here, because I have to cover them, because otherwise they just pull out. How am I going to make it so it's flush? So I have some thinking to do. I have some planning to do. But I have learned so much in the time that I've been redoing things. Because every time I do something, I learn something from it. And yeah, I also have bought connectors. Like I said, I want to be able to disconnect parts from the soundboard if they potentially break. I don't want to solder them to the soundboard and then having to desolder everything if I want to replace something. So I need to be able to like simply be able to disconnect and replace a part. The ones I bought are a little bit big, so I'm going to have a look and see if there's any smaller ones out there. Did I buy them? Yeah. So these are the ones that I bought. And you can see that part is quite big. I wonder if there's smaller ones out there. There must be. So these are 6mm wide. So there must be smaller ones. There must be 3mm ones out there. So I'm gonna have to have a look. So, but then I can finally start connecting the wires, connecting the attachment. So then I can start literally putting it in and connecting everything. So yeah. Yeah, there are things I need to do about this and think about how I'm going to set it up. But I think redoing this, it would annoy me less, and I think it would be better as well functionally. So don't worry, JR, you're not the one that caused this. This has been in my mind for ages now. Because I really this annoys me a lot. It's not nice and straight. Now that I know how to do it and how to potentially like just make a line here and have this square as a box I can take out. Or even here that way. So that I have actual space to touch the soundboard, replace the battery, change things around while I'm at a con. Charge the battery, things like that. So, right. Now that means that I'm going to stop a little bit earlier because I thought I planned this stream a little bit better than I actually did. We did the things I wanted to do. We sorted out what we want to do with the skull and which skull we're going to use. We closed up the right leg. So once it's fully done, fully dried, I will off stream try it on, make sure it fits correctly, and then next week we can put the kneecap in and the flange, because now that we know how to do that, and then all we have to do is fill any of the seams and sand it down so that they're perfect, so that when the weather is better and we don't have snow, I can go outside and put a plastic base layer on there. I did this moment where I think I should buy another house so I have a garage where I can do this stuff. But yeah, I don't. So, and now I'm wondering if there's places where I could have rent a spray booth for a while, for like a day. And then I can just go in there and spray everything. Who knows? I don't know. This is the problem when you live in a country that you don't really speak the language, because it's really difficult for me to find anything here. Right, okay, let's see who I can raid. I'm sorry that the stream is a bit shorter than I normally do. But yeah, it's just been one of those days. Right, let's see. She's not cosplay. I could raid Warhammer. No. Let's not raid the Warhammer channel. This is useless. But nobody else. There's another cosplayer, but she's not cosplaying. She's playing a game, and yeah, that's not the point. Lego. And a lot of 3D printing. I don't understand why people stream 3D prints being printed. It's just does not make sense to me. But you know. Alright, let's see. There's lots of people in Makes and Crafting. Oh, someone who's Polish. Sorry. I won't send you to a Polish... I mean, I don't understand them, so... I hate all the 3D printers. Can I just... tell them not? I wish there was an easy way of just getting rid of all the people that are in... We need a separate category for these 3D printers, so that they're all in there. They don't have to mess up this area where we're actually people streaming, making things. Because making and crafting, watching a 3D printer print is not really, you know. I might have to like request that from Twitch and say, "Oi, can you please make a category for the 3D printers so that all those 3D printers go in there?" Because 9 out of 10 times they only have one viewer, which is themselves. could go to Texas Hula. He does some woodworking. Oh, okay. We might just have to end the stream because I can't find anything. How is that cosplay? Ugh. I give up. I can't find. Oh, Jesus Christ. Why do I say that? See that sort of stuff. Right, I need to find more people that I can follow because it's a bit annoying. Anyways, right, I want to just finish the stream. Yeah, sure. If he's playing Warhammer, absolutely. I don't mind that. I don't know how many people will, you know, stay, but I don't mind raiding someone that's doing Warhammer stuff. Right. Yeah, I can do that. I'm just pausing my music now. Right, we'll do that. I absolutely no mind. I might have to run around and run around to my other PC so I can hear him, because for some reason I can never hear people once I rate them. It's like one of those things. But yeah, right. So, really on brand for me, being the Chaos Kremlin that I am. So it's been a really chaotic thing, and we made some changes and decided to redo my chainsword. Do you expect anything else from me? At this moment, nobody expects anything different. Right, so next week, skull on the knee, do the knee parts on the right leg, and I think that's probably going to be 3 hours worth of stream. So, yeah, that's right. Yeah, the gloves. The thing is, there's going to be a moment where I will not be able to do anything else because I can't do any painting anymore. So I will have to start on them. But we're going to raid this friend of JR's. Playing Space